Hello YouTube, this is GornFan291 bringing you the INORL Coke Vanilla Cup Series Race 11 from Richmond. On your pole today, making it even 11 for 11 and becoming the third Pollard to win a pole, Stephen Pollard the third. He'll start alongside points leader Aaron Smith. There you see on your left hand side Eric Byrne and Henry Sanford row 2. Bub Phillips, who comes into this race third in points, coming off that win at Auto Club, will start fifth alongside Danny Everett, who could use a good run, has 2 top 10s on the year only, and comes into this race 40th in standings. Jake Williams, 41st in the standings, starts 7th, and he's alongside Drew Austin, another guy who comes in top 10 in the points. Row 5, last week's pole sitter Alianne and Vito Corleone, who comes in top 10 in standings.
Drivers, start your engines!
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Vito Corleone actually comes in 20th in standings. I don't know of anyone whose home track is Richmond, but Richmond making hit Coke Vanilla Cup Series history, as this is the first track that we have gone to that has introduced safer barriers. There you see it on the wall right there, the Chevy and an American Revolution on the walls. How about, where does second place Nick Nauman start? He starts 24th. This is a spot where tempers can easily flare. Should be interesting to see if that is the case today, as camera angle's terrible coming off that corner. I apologize. Pace car is off. Should be a ton of wrecks tonight. And Stephen Pollard III leads the field down to the green flag. Bub Phillips underneath Eric Byrne for second. Bub Phillips nearly got turned by Jake Williams though. Here comes Eric Byrne to the inside. Eric Burden is going to come down and lead lap 1. Still under the green flag. Here comes Jake Williams. Jake Williams to the front. Sorry if you hear that. That was my dad talking about something to my mom right there. Jake Williams now gonna take the lead, and he's gonna lead the lap and get 5 bonus points now. Looks like caution is out. Toby Jason, maybe. Oh my! I saw David Burden up on someone. William Duncan, 4th in the standings. David Burden. Amy Shelley's got damage. Vitaly Nikolaev. Jeff James has damage. Jake Smith, who took a horrific wreck, or had a horrific wreck in practice where he flipped a couple times. Brian Patterson looks like he has a little bit of damage on that car. Doesn't look like anyone here. Doesn't look like too many guys. Oh, David Burden beat the pace car out. He is still on the lead lap. Good job by that number 1 crew. And we'll take you back to see the reason for the first caution of the night. And we're back. We're going to look through. Oh, Jeff James gets pushed up to the wall. They're 4 wide coming off the corner. David Byrne up onto his side. William Duncan got turned. So, okay, there's a couple different parts to this. We're going to start out with the Robert Pollard's. Whoa, wow. He tried to take out the points leader, looks like. So Robert Pollard comes up into William Duncan. Oh, no safer barrier there. Jeff James comes up into Steve Pollard. They're 4 wide there as well. And we saw James Shelley in the 5 come up on these guys because it's 4 wide here as well. And David Burden, the guy who gets the worst of that, as he goes up on top. Wait a minute, Toby Jason had damage. Oh, Gene's got damage. Is there another wreck back? Oh, and then there's a fourth wreck. As people just get loose, Vitaly Nikolaev gets into the Pontiac of Gene Sanford. Probably what happened to Toby Jason as well. He was running at the back of the pack. Yes, indeed. He gets hit by 3 of the 4 Pollards were involved in this wreck. We'll take you back to the green flag. And we're back. David Burton going to be on the tail end of the lead lap. Jake Williams is your leader. Bub Phillips, Eric Burton, Allie Ann, Stephen Pollard III, John Wilson, Danny Everett, Matt Dixon, Henry Sanford, and Vito Corleone in the top 10. John Wilson, this could be a good run. He's one of 3 guys, I believe, who does not have a... Yes, he is one of 3 guys who does not have a top 10. The other guys, the 48 of Samuel Logo, currently running 16th, and the 10 of Charles Jackson, who's currently running 18th. But Jake Williams is your leader. He's gonna get the green flag right now. We're underway, and David Burton will probably hold some people up. William Duncan, 1 lap down. Yep, no retirees, but William Duncan gonna follow a lap down. Here comes Bub Phillips. Oh! Oh! Wow! What a save! What a save by William Duncan. Allie-Ann. Jake Williams now is going to lead, and I believe we're under caution again. No, we're not. We're still under green. Somehow. Wow, that was... What a save. Eric Burton coming to the front. John Wilson peeking. John Wilson's going to go to the front. Here comes Allie-Ann. So John Wilson gets credit for leading the lap. Here comes Bub Phillips. There's 3 wide coming off that corner. Allie-Ann's going to prevail in that battle. Has the 9-9 now. We'll get her for 5 points for leading a lap. Caution now out, and David Burton's going to be back on the lead lap. Devin Smith, Mary Shelley, and that might have been it. So there's, let's see, Devin Smith comes into this race 6th in the standings, not what he was going to be looking for. We'll see if there's pit stops underneath this caution. Doesn't look like it, at least not of the top 5. Okay, we'll take you back to the reason for the caution right after this short break. We're back. Indeed, it was Devin Smith that goes around. Toby Jason washes up the track, gets into both Mary Shelley and Devin Smith, and both take hard hits. Lucky for them, safer barrier there, so that the safer barrier does take a little bit of that blow. We'll take you back to the green flag. Allie-Ann is your... Or wait, I believe Allie-Ann. Yeah, Allie-Ann is your race leader. And we're back. Lights on the pace car. William Duncan still the only guy 1 lap down. Top 10 rundown. Allie-Ann, Bub Phillips, Stephen Pollard III, Danny Everett, Eric Burton, Jake Williams, Aaron Smith, Kyle Austin, John Wilson, and Charles Jackson. And Kyle Austin has been really impressive since getting in that car. Has added a win, and only 1 race has he not been in the top 10 since getting it behind the wheel, that number 9 in replace of Jake Licker. Camera angle's going to suck here. It goes right behind the hauler. Sorry for that. Pace car is off. Field under the control of Allie-Ann. The Sitco number 99 Ford leads us to the green flag. William Duncan just off the pace. Just flat out off the pace. Top 4 and he was 4th in the standings coming in. As he's still going to fight though with Bub Phillips as they come off turn number 2. Bub Phillips now is cleared and now is going to try and take down Allie-Ann right to the rear quarter panel. Here comes Bub Phillips. Danny Everett way to the bottom there. Off of turn number 2. Danny Everett, there he goes! Aaron Smith, your points leader. Matt Dixon, John Wilson, Charles Jackson, big wreck. Drew Austin, Sky Commons, Amy Shelley, Stephen Lewis. Gene Sanford, Adam Derrickson, Steve Pollard. Oh, David Byrne just ran into the pit wall. So did Devin Smith. Michael Hegdahl. Oh my gosh. Nick Nauman. Second in the points. Who is left? Jake Williams has damage. James Shelley does. Austin Ogo no. Vito knows. Kyle, Samuel, Jerry, William, Henry Sanford, Steven, Kyle, Eric, who got into Danny, Allianne, and Bub Phillips, I think are the guys who did not get damage. Kyle Thomas, one of the guys who was still looking for... Or actually... Kyle Thomas has retired. We're going to take you back to the reason for the cut. We're going to try and piece this together. Danny Everett gets turned by Eric Byrne coming off turn number 2. Aaron Smith gets turned by Jake Williams. And Matt Dixon got turned by someone. See John Wilson. Charles Jackson gets into John Wilson, who turns Matt Dixon. Charles Jackson gets sent down towards the bottom here with Nick Nauman. Nauman hits that wall pretty hard. Oh, Jackson just plows into the 49. Drew Austin plowed into the 21. Drew Austin takes a ride. Wow, okay. Drew comes back up into Sky Commons. There, Stephen Lewis gets turned by Charles Sanford. We're going to go to TV2 to see that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, boy. I have a bad feeling about where Charles ends up. Oh, my... Nick Nauman! Nick Nauman just plows into that. So that was the first victim of that one. Michael Hegdahl was over here. And... they wrecked over here as well. Jake Smith. Oh, who plowed into? That was Everett that plowed into the. Crap, who was it? David Byrne, Devin Smith hitting the pit wall there. Time Pollard comes around. Matt Dixon hit that pit wall as well. Biggest news, I think, in this, your points leader's involved. So is number 2 in the points. I mean, you got number 1's right there. Here's number 6. Nick Nauman's in it. He's number 2. Bub Phillips, number 3, coming in, still in it. Kyle Austin, number 5, is still here. Amy Shelley was in it. She came in 7th. Drew Austin, 8th in points, was in it. Sky Commons, 9th. James Shelley had something to do with something here. He's still on the track, though. Pretty much everyone in your top 10 is done. Take some onboards here. We'll start with the number 21 of Aaron Smith. Sorry for that. You saw he got turned. Oh, crap. Bad back. See, his day's already done. You can see the smoke. And he got turned by Kyle Thomas. And on the way to pit road, Kyle runs into Devin Smith. Oh, and he just has to stop behind Matt Dixon. We'll also take an onboard with the 6 of Drew Austin. This one's going to hurt as well. He plowed into a couple people. We'll hope maybe that's not so bad of a lag on that. Oh yeah, still bad. And his day was already done by the time he got plowed into the wall as well. Daniel Day, I think, makes it by. Oh. Someone took a cheap shot. Then Harrison gets turned around. He has a win, but comes in outside top 20. Oh, wait, your wild cards coming into this thing are Austin Ogo and Jerry Shelley. We'll take you back to the green flag with a lot of retirees. And we're back. A whole list of retirees. Devin Smith, Kyle Thomas, Charles Sanford, Matt Dixon, Danny Everett, Drew Austin, David Burton, Aaron Smith, your points leader, Stephen Lewis, Nick Nauman, Michael Hegdahl, Charles Jackson still can't get that top 10, Robert Pollard, and Sky Commons. William Duncan one lap down. Top 10 rundown, Bud Phillips, Ali Ann, Eric Burton, Kyle Austin, Stephen Pollard III, Henry Sanford, Jerry Shelley, Samuel Ogo, Kyle Sanowski, Vito Corleone. And we have 27 cars still in the lead lap with William Duncan still running 28 cars on track. Pace car is off, and Bub Phillips takes the green flag. Okay, off of turn number 2, all well and good. Stephen Pollard III's ran behind the 45. Here comes Ali Ann to the inside of your leader. Race to the stripe. Bub Phillips by half a car length. We're still green. Going into turn number 1, Ali Ann is clear high. Here comes Jerry Shelley. We just mentioned him as one of the wild card holders. He came into this race 14th, 34 points behind 10th. And 10th is already... Well, actually, 10th is still running, but there's... Oh, we're under caution now. Toby Jason, maybe Mary Shelley. But definitely Toby Jason goes around. And now is just trying to kind of stay out of the way, it looks like. And Jason makes it onto pit road. No pit stops, so we'll take you back to the reason for the caution. And we're back. We haven't been able to get 4 wide to work, and these guys almost tried to go 5 wide. Toby Jason comes up, and his own teammates right there. Steve Pollard got turned around as well. Jeff James up and on his roof. Man, can this guy catch a break? Even there you see it up and into the wall. What happened to Steve Pollard? Mary Shelley's in this as well. What happened to Steve Pollard to get him sent up there? Oh, he got the I'm on the bottom blues here and got loose. So a 4-car incident. And Jeff James is done for the day. He's probably glad to just be out of that car. Jeff James came into the race 16th in standings. He's still contending for that wild card, and it sucks. He had a good run at Daytona and was up in the top 5 for pretty much most of the top 3 for the beginning. And well, now he is. Sorry for the pause there. I was watching a program, but Jeff James just kind of been on a slide here, and unfortunate. Looks like his day will end. We'll take you back to the green flag. Oh, the 8 and the 15 both retire, huh? I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize I forgot to stop the recording. Well, now you see it. Lights are out on the pace car. Top 10 rundowns: Allie Ann, Jerry Shelley, Bub Phillips, Eric Byrne, Henry Sanford, Stephen Pollard III, Kyle Austin, Samuel Logo, Kyle Sinoski, and Vito Corleone. You saw during that Toby Jason and Jeff James have both retired. So now we only have 25 guys left in the field, 24 on the lead lap. And pace car is off. Green flag back in the air. Troubles with the lap cars. Once again, Allie Ann is out to a huge lead. The battle is for second. It's a fierce one. They're 4 wide. Oh, they're 4 wide. They are 4 abreast. Coming to the stripe. Henry Sanford Robbins racing. 4 wide for second. Bub Phillips, Jerry Shelley. They get into the wall, and there goes Bub Phillips. Off of Austin Ogo. Well, we were green, and then James Shelley got hit into the wall. Gene Sanford, Brennan Patterson, Bub Phillips. I have no clue. Wow. To think they almost saved that. The fact that they almost saved that is a miracle. Allie Ann led back to the caution. I might have to put a couple of these down as nominees for Save of the Year. Also, if you ever have a nominee for any type of award, please either put it in a comment section or PM it to me. It has to be from like the Coke Vanilla Cup series. Just any like award or type of thing, just go ahead. We'll take you back to see what happened in this one. Here's where it began. You saw it live. Bub Phillips and Jerry Shelley beating and banging to get off the wall. William Duncan turns to 30. And they almost had saved. Oh, so the 5 and the 2, and then the 30 turns to 20. Adam Derrickson and Brennan Patterson involved in that one. Now the 5 and the 2 made contact though. Let's see if that was premature or anything. Jake Williams gets kind of forced up into James Shelley. Gene Sanford gets involved in that one. Couple simple spins and they... Oh, and John Wilson, wow. Mary Shelley went to the grass to avoid it. So did Vitaly Nikolaev. We'll take you back to green flag, and this time I'll make sure to stop the recording. And we're back. We're going to get a restart here with 4 laps to go. You see Jake Williams is one lap, or has retired, I mean. The field rundown: Allie Ann, Kyle Austin, Henry Sanford, Kyle Sinoski, Eric Burden, Jerry Shelley, Stephen Pollard III, Samuel Ogo, Vito Corleone, Jake Smith, Daniel Day is nearly up in the top 10. Steve Pollard, Tom Gerard, Time Pollard, Adam Derrickson, Austin Ogo with 2 wins, Amy Shelley, Vitaly Nikolaev, Brendan Patterson, Mary Shelley, John Wilson, Bub Phillips, James Shelley, and Gene Sanford going through turns 3 and 4. A caution would end the race, so it's going to be one of those things where a caution ends it, so we got to try and race all out. Here we go. Green flag back in the air for Allie Ann and Kyle Austin. Here we go. Ford versus Dodge going into turn number 1. Here comes Kyle Austin in the Dodge. He's trying to become a second-time winner. Or a repeat winner, I mean. Only the second one that we would have had this season. Underneath Allie Ann. Allie Ann still yet to win this year. 3 to go. We're still green. Kyle Austin clears. Here comes Henry Sanford for second. Henry's trying to add a win. He comes into this race 13th in the standings. A win would be crucial for him. We're still green. Here comes Eric Burden now for second. He doesn't have a win. And Eric Burden doesn't even come in the top 10 in the standings. Or the top 20. In fact, Eric Burton, as he looks for the lead, I'm looking for him on the standings, 35th. White flag is in the air. And they're going to race back to the flag no matter what. It's Kyle Lawson versus Eric Burden down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Kyle Lawson, he's going to come off of turn number 4, and he's going to win and become the second repeat winner, and I failed on that. As you see the top 10. So Kyle Lawson, Stephen Pollard the third is in third. His second top 5 in the last 2 races. Jerry Shelley, there's Eric Burden. Your winner is Kyle Lawson. The standings are official. 25 guys finished the race here today. Stephen Pollard, okay, so we said Kyle Lawson, Eric Burden, Stephen Pollard, third year podium. Ali Ann, Samuel Ogle gets his first top 10 of the year, and it's a top 5. Jerry Shelley, Henry Sanford, Kyle Sosnowski, Daniel Day, Adam Derrickson, Vito Corleone, Steve Pollard, Brendan Patterson, Jake Smith, Tom Gerard, Austin Ogo, Bub Phillips, Time Pollard, John Wilson, James Shelley, the top 20. Amy Shelley, Vitaly Nikolaev, Mary Shelley, and Gene Sanford round out the lead lap. William Duncan last one to finish. And if you see your name now, you are one of the guys to retire from the race. Jake Williams, Toby Jason, Jeff James, Sky Commons, Robert Pollard, Charles Jackson, Michael Hagdahl, Nick Nauman, Stephen Lewis, Aaron Smith, David Burden, Drew Austin, Danny Everett, Matt Dixon, Charles Sanford, Kyle Thomas, and Devin Smith. So an awesome race here tonight from Richmond. I'd have to look at actually what the next track is. I'll probably post that in the description. Like I said, if you ever have any suggestions on awards or any other stuff, and nominees for like Save of the Year or something, it could be from any race so far this season. Post it down there below, or PM it to me on YouTube. This has been GornFan291 bringing you the INORL Coke Vanilla Cup Series Racing Uncontained. See you next time.